Okay. Yeah, I'm fine. Good.
So what is your view on Russian-Ukraine war will have impact on oil prices?
Russia is the third largest producer of gas. And I think they're supplying majorly to, 60% of gas is supplied to Europe. Personally, if this war prolongs, I think it will be, Mr. Putin has already said that it will touch $250, $300. So I think we are in a situation where if the war prolongs, the effect on oil prices will be so high that probably even the analysts have not estimated. So we have to expect the worst in maybe in a couple of weeks to a couple of months if the war prolongs.
What about the immediate food challenges you foresee?
Immediately, I think today the world is somewhat okay. But Russia, Ukraine put together is doing 25% of wheat exports to the world. Ukraine is known as a bread basket to Europe. They're one of the major players in sunflower. They're major players in agri-products. So just imagine if this war prolongs, in next 3 to 6 months, the effect on food prices, specifically to African countries, will be very high. And I think the European countries are already feeling because the prices are rising in UK and Germany. And if if India today has started exporting wheat, which was not doing much earlier, so I think the prices on food, specifically wheat and oil, I think will increase in maybe 10 to 15% in next 2 to 3 weeks.
And what about the aviation industry?
I think aviation industry is coming out of the COVID scenario, and now everybody is saying that they're doing pretty well. But the jet fuel prices are also increasing. One, but because of this war and no fly zone, again the tourism will be affected. So I personally foresee a lot of industries going through a challenge which they faced during the COVID scenario. So you will see a rise in the jet fuel prices, and this will affect the end consumer, which have to bear the brunt of it.
And where is US dollar and Indian rupee heading?
Today it is around 76.47. Maybe in next, I would say maybe next 2 months, it should be around 80 if this particular war stretches to April. But whatever said and done, Indian fundamentals are pretty strong. We are not so much dependent on a lot of products for importing from those countries. Of course, besides commodities and fertilizers to some major extent, but we can sustain that. But if for us the challenge is if this war prolongs, maybe in the next 2 months, then we are sure that we will cross 80 rupees 100%. One, I think the effects are already being seen in Sri Lanka, where it is double. It's touched 50 rupees extra in last couple of weeks.
What will be the impact of our stock markets in next 6 to 12 months?
The best of experts have said India is a very attractive market. So going by that standard, we are probably one of the strongest fundamental countries right now. Even US is they are predicting US will go through a recession. In that case, India is strongly placed. I think we are in a good zone. Personally, my opinion is if this war is over, one of the major reasons I'm stressing the word war, that will be the crux of literally a lot of things put together. So if it's over by March end or maybe by middle of April, I can guarantee what we have lost in last 1 month or 2 months will bounce back in next couple of weeks. So you can take it down. I think JP Morgan has said that we will touch 75,000 in next 6 months, which is a possibility. So I think Indian stock market is going great guns, will go great guns, and I think we have to be optimistic about it.
Which sector will have challenges and opportunities?
I think the challenges in India will be what we faced during COVID. The tourism sector, because now the European tourists will not be there, North American tourists probably will not be traveling that much. The aviation sector, the hotel industry sector, I think these are primary sectors that will be hit. I will export to certain countries in Europe, North America. If there are challenges, there is a recession that is expected in a couple of months. then I think in the software sector, the jewelry sector in India, which has a major chunk of export to North America, I think those are sectors which I foresee will impact a lot, and I think the cash flows will go for a toss for these guys, which will affect literally every industry connected with that. And secondly, the oil prices. If oil prices zoom, I mean, we are seeing price increasing for literally every consumer-driven product between 5 to 25% in the next couple of months.
Any other valuable information you may like to share?
I think India is, I would just make it in a very simple language. We are happy, we should be happy that our fundamentals are strong. Government is stable, our economy is doing pretty good. And I think even the world economy, world analysts are predicting and are saying that India will bounce back. Even our finance minister is saying that we are going to bounce back in a much bigger manner. So we should not be any pessimistic, the way the Europe is probably facing today. I think we are optimistic and we will do well.
So nice talking to you, sir.